Good morning, children. Good morning, class 5. So, I hope chapter 1 question answer you have done, you have learned, you have written in your copy very properly. Okay, so you see, and make sure you write in a good handwriting. First time you are using a pen, so write in a good handwriting. So, when school will open, I will check your copy. Okay, and learn it. Today, the first chapter was about human body. Okay, in first chapters we have learned about circulatory system. Today I'm going to start chapter 2. In chapter 2 you are going to learn about human body, and we are going to learn about the skeleton systems. Okay, so you see, today we are going to learn about the skeleton system which is present in our human body. Okay, now human body, it plays very important role as we all are human beings, so we have different system in our body. So you see the skeleton systems, if skeleton system is not present in human body, we will not be able to stand erect, we will not be able to bend, we will not be able to sit, we will not be able to walk properly, as you all know. So our body, it is completely made of a skeleton. Okay, now you see, so we are going to talk about skeleton system only, that what is the importance of this system. The skeleton system consists of bone which is present in our body, and the rigid framework that supports the body. Okay, and it, the skeleton systems, it give definite shape to our body. If we don't have skeleton system, then our body will not have a proper shape. Okay, we'll not be able to walk properly, we'll not be able to sit, so we will not have a definite shape. So the skeleton systems, it provides a perfect definite shape to our body. Okay, so that is very important. And the skeleton system, it is made up of bones. Okay, so one by one we are going to learn. And the skeleton system, not only it provides a proper shape to our body, but it protect the internal, okay, it protect the internal organ of our body. Okay, there are so many internal organs, heart, lungs, so these all are brain, these all are protected by the skeleton system. So if skeleton system will not be present in human body, then the internal organ, which is very important organ, it will not be able to save. So today you see, if we don't have skeleton systems, then if we will, if suppose a student is running and if he fell down, that means his heart may come out. So that's why the skeleton systems, it protect all the important internal organ of our body. Okay, so and the complete skeleton, it is made with your bones. So one by one we are going to learn about different skeleton systems in human body. So first we are going to learn about bones. So first we are going to talk about bones. So you see, human body, it is not only made with skin, muscles, tissues, cell. Okay, it is also made with our bones. You see, the most strong parts in our body is the bones. So you see, in our body, complete bones, we have the number of bones, that is 206 bones we have. Okay, so we have 206 bones in our body, that is adult human skeleton has 206 bones. When a small child is born, a child does not have 206 bones. A child has more than 206 bones. That means a small baby, when he or she is born, they have more than 300 bones. As now you might be thinking, an adult person has a 206 bone and a small child has more than 300 bone. How this bone become 203? So when a child grow, the bone which are present in a small child body more than 300, it's joined together. And when a child attain, when he becomes big, that is adult, So at that time, a person will have 206 bones. So keep in mind, adult person has 206 bone, and a small baby which is born, a very small baby, they have more than 300 bones in their body. That is why small childs are very flexible. You see, when you take a small baby, your brother sister, you see they are very flexible. Why? Because they have very small bone, and it is more than 300 plus bones are there in their body. And the elder persons, okay, they have 206 bone in the body. Okay, now see, these bones these bones gives proper support to our body. That is, the bone join together and form a skeleton systems. Now we know that bones are very hard. Why bones are very hard? What is present in the bone? So you see, the bones are hard because in the bone, calciums make the bone very strong. Calcium make the bone very strong. Now you see, every time your mother says you to take to drink a glass of milk, so a milk is a complete food. In milk you have protein, vitamin, calcium. So why calcium is required? So that you will become very strong, your bone will become very strong. Okay, so bones, they become strong only due to presence of calcium. Okay, so calcium will help you to make the bone very strong. Okay, and if the bone will not be strong, then it cannot give a support to our body. Our complete body is supported by the bone. That is why calcium is very important, and we need to take milk product and other fruit, vegetable which provide us lots of calcium, so it will make our bone very strong. Okay children, so again I'm repeating, see, so bone in a human body, adult human body, there are 206 bones are there. Okay, so in adult human body there are 206 bone, and small children, those who are born very small babies, they have more than 300 bones. Okay, and the bones becomes very strong due to the presence of calcium. So calciums make the bone very strong. So we must drink milk product, we should eat milk product and drink milk, so that our bones will become very strong, and it will give us complete support to the body. So bone has to be strong, then only, because the total body weight is depend upon the bones. Okay children, now let's see now different types of bone. Now in our body, from the head to the toes, okay, we have different types of our bones. Okay, now different types of bones are present in different parts of our body. Now the human bodies, like in our fingers, okay, in our fingers, in our legs, toes, the bones are quite long. So in our fingers the bones are quite long. Okay, in our wrist, in our ankle, okay, bones are quite short. So in our fingers and the toes, the bones are quite long, and in our wrist and in our ankle, which is present in your leg, it is, the bones are quite short. And the most and in our chest, above the chest, we have a breastbone. So here the bone is quite flat in shape. So here below the neck you have a breastbone, so here the bones are quite flat. Okay, and we have at the back the spinal cord, we have the spine. Okay, we have the rib cage, here the skull. That is, the bones are irregular shape, they does not have proper shape. Some are small, some are big, so all they are irregular in shape. So in our body, the types of bone that we have, some are long, some are very small, some are flat, some are irregular shape. So you see, all the bones which are present in our bodies have different type of shapes. They are small, flat, some are irregular, so different parts we have. Okay, now we are going to talk about major bones of the human body. So in our body we have so many bones. Okay, so one by one we are going to talk about major parts. The first part, that is your skull. We are going to discuss about skull. Now children, you know the skull, this head is our brain, it is inside the skull. This outer part, it is completely from here. Okay, it is known as your skull. Now you see a skull is present and it is round structure of our head. Okay, so in this skull, the skull is made with 22 bones. Okay, the skull is made up with 22 bones. So in these skulls all together we have 22 bones. Okay, now you see 22 bones, and in the face, okay, so out of these 22 bones, in our face we have 14 bones. Okay, and the 8 bones are the part of our skull. So in the skull, out of this 22 bone, 8 are in our skull, 8 are in skull, and 14 are present on our face. So you see completely it is becoming 22. So 22 bones are there in the skull. So 8 bones are present in our skull, and on the face we have 14 bones are present. Okay, so completely it becomes 22 bones. So you see we cannot count like this 1 2 3 4. Okay, so you see here completely we have 22. On the skull we have 8 bones, and on the face we have how many bones? We have 14 bones. Okay children, now you see the skull is not movable. We cannot move the skull. Okay, we cannot move our nose, we cannot move our eyes from here to there. Okay, so you see which part of the skull is movable? Only the lower jaw. See, upper jaw we cannot move, but the lower jaw, okay, the lower part we can move it. So here nothing is movable. Okay, other part of the skull is not movable, only the lower jaw is movable. So you see only the lower part is movable. Why it is movable? That is why we are able to talk, we are able to have our food, we can drink our water, we can do our several things. Okay, so children, in the skull only one part is movable, that is your lower jaw. The rest of the part is fixed, the bone cannot be moved. Okay, so you see we have only one part which is movable. Okay, so you see the upper jaw, it cannot be moved, only the lower jaw can be moved. So inside our jaw we have a teeth, so that is also a bone. Okay, so you see upper part we cannot move, only the lower part we can move it. So now what is the function of the skull? What does the skull do? Why the skull has been made with the bones? What is the importance of the skull? So the importance of the skull is to protect the to protect the brain. So you see inside our head we have here what we have? We have a brain, which is very important organ of our body. You can see it is the most important organ of our human body system. So you see the skull, what is its function? Its function is to protect the internal organ, that is your brain. Without it, okay, it cannot, like we cannot think of skull. So if skull is not there, then our brain won't be protected. If we will fall down, our brain may come out. So it is the skull, which protects our brain. So that's why skull plays a very important role in a human, okay, in human body, the skeleton system. So our skull, the first part of the human skeleton, it plays very important role. And the skull, it gives a shape to our face. If skull will not be there, then where is our ears, nose will take place? So it won't have a good place. Okay, so we will not look, we may not look good, it may look very odd. So that's why the skull gives a proper shape to our face also. And I said you that lower part of the skull is movable. So this lower part is movable, that is why we are able to eat food, we are able to talk. Okay, so in the skull, remember children. So skull plays very important role. What it does, it protect the brain, okay, and only the lower part is movable, and the skull gives shape to your face. And the skull is made up of 22 bones. Okay, the skull is made up of 22 bones. So 8 are present on the skull and 14 are present on your face, so complete 22 is included. Okay children, so you see this is very important. Okay, so you see our complete body is made of a skeleton system. So without bones, so skeleton cannot be made with bone, and without bone skeleton cannot be formed. So first I have already said you that bone has to be strong. So what you need to do, you all have to drink milk every day to make your bones very strong. Milk plus milk product, okay, nuts, so these all are essential product which will give you lots of calcium. The milk and milk product, so it will make your bones very strong. Okay, it will always be in a good position. Now this was apart from your chapter 2. Okay, this was from your chapter 2. So the chapter 2 is quite long, it cannot be completed in one day. So you see whatever I am teaching you, you will listen and keep in your mind very properly. Okay, and chapter 1, I have given you question answers. So you see, take the correct, like choose the correct answers you have. Okay, you have name the following, you have fill in the blanks. So all I'm going to give you today as a homework, you all will do in your copy and you will learn it very properly. Okay children, so today I have taught you a human body, the skeleton system. You must listen very properly and learn it. Okay children, and last chapter's question answer have given, please learn again and again and say. And today I'm going to give you homework. This homeworks also you will do it. Even I'm going to give you the drawing also. Okay, that drawing also you will do in your copy and you will label it part. So children, today this much only. Next day we will continue with our chapter 2. Okay children, thank you.